So today we're taking a look at Bruce Coburn's Happy Good Morning Blues. It's pretty short, it's pretty technical, but it's a lot of fun to play, and I hope you enjoy this lesson. Right off the bat, it's tuned down a half step. So your A would sound like this. So the opening riff is the top three strings of an E chord, and I pluck them all with my thumb, first finger, and second finger. So that is pluck all three, a hammer on the fifth string to the fourth fret, back to the second fret, fourth string, second fret, and then ending up here. Play that 3 times, and then on the end I do a little slide up here to the 7th fret on the 5th string. So the opening riff on the first verse goes like this. So we do the slide up. It's an open E, then the first finger, second string, 5th fret, second finger, 6th fret on the 4th string. Okay, so slide up. Then a low E open, and let that ring because we want it to ring through the next 2 chords. And the next 2 formations are basically a D, but we're not playing this finger. And sometimes I'll play it like this, down to the G string, which would be the last note on an E chord. Open E. This G chord again, the D. Here we're using the same fingers on the 4th fret, but it's like an A7th, but on the 4th. And then those last 2 chords are chords we've already learned. Part of the D, part of an E. And you'll notice when I get down to this part here, I'm hitting that low E 3 times. Before we get into that. Okay, so the opening part of the verse. Okay, so this next chord, for me, it's the hardest part. And that's to get this stretch with enough strength on these fingers to play this mini barred chord here. So basically it's a C shape moved up here, which makes it a D chord, and a mini bar along there so you can play that. It's a little tricky, but it's going to take a little bit of work to get it, but stick with it, you'll get there. And basically it's, you know, one note picking from the D note down on the 5th string there. And then when you get to this note, the C note or the D note, you pull off and then move down to the E string, pull off. So pull off, then the 2nd string, 3rd string, and then start at the top again. And then finish with the 2nd string, and I use the 3rd finger. So and that's a pretty tricky part. Like I said, that for me, that's the hardest part of the song to play. And then we're going to do this little walk up. So this chord we already know. Then the 2nd and 3rd finger on the 6th string, 2nd fret, 3rd string, 2nd fret, and then up 2 more bars to the 4th. And I use my thumb and 4th finger on them. So all 3 verses are played exactly the same except for the last phrase. So we come out of this walk up, B minor, A, and then back to the A here like a mini bar. Okay, so our walk up. And what I do there is my thumb hits the 5th string and the 4th string, and then 2nd and 3rd finger do the 2 high notes. And then finishing off here. So top 2, and then start at the high strings and just come down. And I play my A here. I know you can bar it, but I need that E string, and I want to make sure I get an open E on that. And I just don't trust myself barring it there. So it's a little tricky to get to that final riff. Pull off, G string, D string. Pull off, G, D string, 4th fret on the D, and then the G string. And now we're back to the riff. So like I said, all the verses are played exactly the same except for that last little riff. The end of the 2nd verse goes like this. Carry a tune meant for nobody but yourself. Hey, a little bit of fun there, right? Carry a tune meant for nobody but yourself. So I use my 4th finger, 6th fret, slide up to the 7th, 5th, So that's a hammer on and a pull off. Finished with the 3rd finger on the 4th fret, 4th string, 7th fret, and then I slide down. Carry a tune meant for nobody but yourself. Now you're back to the open riff. Okay, so some more Travis picking there. So out of the slide up, then you're going to do an A chord. So I play the open A, then I play the 2nd finger and the E, and then the 2nd finger on the B, 1st finger on the G, and then I end it the way I started it with the A and the E open. Okay, and then the E chord is kind of fun, but it's kind of tricky. So you do a hammer on here. I play the open E and the hammer on this 1st fret. Then I use my 1st finger on the 4th string. My next is my 3rd finger on the open E. And then I use my 3rd finger to do a pull off on the B. So all together. Okay, so that's a pretty tricky part. So from the slide up, F sharp minor. So it's lift that off. So that last bit of that phrase is from the high note, lift it up, open E, open B, and then lay it back down. Okay, so you're coming out of the F sharp minor. And then this is just basically an A bar here. I use the 3 fingers going down, but then coming back up, I use the 3rd finger here and here. So it's, and it's because I want that note. So that note is the 2nd fret, 5th string. And now you're back into the 3rd verse. And now you're into the 3rd verse, and it's all played the same. So the ending of the 3rd verse goes like this. So you're doing the B minor A, and then when you get to the A, you're doing a D shape starting on the 9th fret and adding your little pinky here, and you're gonna pick from the A string down. Then you're back into the opening riff. Well, if you've stuck it out this far, kudos to you. It's not an easy song to learn, but once you get it under your belt, you'll sure be glad you took the time to do it. I had to watch numerous different videos to piece it all together, and I know I don't play it exactly the way Bruce plays it, but it's pretty darn close, and I have a lot of fun playing it. So now we're into the Good Morning Good People part. So it starts out on the A chord, and then basically we're just going to slide up like an A suspended. So it starts out on the A, then an A suspended, down to the A again, to the G, and then to an open B, and then back to the G. And then when I do the B, G part, I hit the A with the B. Good morning, good people. The only clouds you see are carried within. Okay, we're near the end. So leave some comments below if you're liking the lesson. Give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to that channel. So once we get through the Good Morning Good People part, and then we end on the C, are carried within. Then it's B minor, A, E, all Travis picking. And the only thing I'll note is on the A, I like to play it like this because I want to make sure I get that open E sound when I start plucking that chord. Are carried within. And back to that part. And that's the end of that section. And now we're coming up to the big finale. Carried within, soon they'll be all blown away. The wind's gonna rise to blow your clouds away, and your sun's gonna shine on my back door someday. That's how that part goes with that Travis picking. And again, there's really no wrong notes on it. You know what? It's whatever going to work for you. And if you can't figure this part out, just Travis pick the E chord. And now to the grand finale. Starts out on the 12th with the 3rd finger and the 4th finger on the 4th fret and the 4th string, 1st string. And basically it's like a G minor, but this is slid up one. You're going to start each phrase with the top note, and then on that note, I'm just hitting, or on that chord, I'm just hitting this note and this note. All right, almost there. I'll just walk you through this last little bit. So on the 7th fret, 2nd string, we're going to slide up to here. So slide up to the 10th fret, then the 1st finger here. That's a pull off there. And then your 3rd finger on the 3rd string, 9th fret. And then, so that's a pull off. And then I slide down there. And then you end on the E9th. So slowly. So I just run up, starting on the 5th, on the 5th string. Pull off. So the whole ending goes like this. So there you have it. Happy Good Morning Blues. Like I said in the beginning, it's a pretty technical piece to play, but it's a lot of fun, and it'll help take your guitar playing to the next level with all the little different techniques that you'll be learning, hammers on, pull-offs, all that kind of stuff, and throwing in with Travis picking on your right hand and pretty intricate finger patterns on the left hand. So I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. Like I said before, give me a thumbs up and a big likes, and give me some comments below. And if you want to have anything else that you would like me to teach, just leave them in the comments below.